And that's why 4 plus 4 is 9. Actually, 4 plus 4 is 8. Everyone take out a calculator. Take out a calculator right now!
Oh my god. 4 plus 4 is 8.
If I ever go to prison, I'm definitely not surviving, because I was just talking to this guy I met on the bus, and he was telling me about his past and how he went to prison a couple times because he used to rob gas stations. So out of curiosity, I asked him what prison was like, but I shouldn't have done that, because after I said that, he chuckled a little bit and I said, "Why are you laughing?" And he goes, "I'm laughing because they would have liked you in prison." So I say, "What does that mean?" And he responds with, "Let's just say a lot of the guys in prison would have thought you were real pretty." What? So basically he's saying if I ever go to prison, I'm cooked. But this made me realize that if I'm ever in a situation where I either have to snitch or go to prison, I'm snitching on everyone. Grandma, dog, cat, I don't care, I'm snitching. Because from the way that man on the bus was laughing, I don't think I last a day in there.
Nobody talks about how scary it is when your friend that takes forever to respond to your text finally texts you back. Because when this happens, you literally have 5 minutes to say something back to them before they stop responding until next year. One time my friend texted me saying he had something super important to tell me, but I didn't respond for like 30 minutes because I was busy. So by the time I saw the text, I texted him back saying, "Yeah, what do you need to tell me?" But I was too slow and he didn't text back for 3 days. Then when he finally did, he was like, "Oh, I forgot what I was gonna tell you." He always does this. At this point, it would be faster if I just wrote him a letter and had a pigeon fly it over to him. Now that I think about it, we should start doing that again, actually.
Wife, come here immediately.
Yes, husband.
Are the floors swept and mopped?
They are swept and mopped.
Are the cat's litter boxes cleaned and immaculate?
They are immaculate and clean.
Are the bathrooms spotless?
Spotless, not a single dot.
And are the dishes squeaky clean?
Squeaky clean.
Did I do a good job?
You did a good job, Pappy.
Gosh.
And for that, you get a reward.
Ugh. Games?
4 hours uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted?
Here you go. Have fun.
Best day ever?
Mama, there's something I have to tell you.
뭐?
I want to be a flight attendant.
뭐? 너 doctor 됐다 그랬잖아.
No, you said I'm gonna be a doctor. But I've been training and I love it.
Why you change your mind all of a sudden?
Because I have the travel bug.
버그? 어디?
You want to tell me who the hell Sarah is?
Baby, that's David.
No, there's a girl named Sarah calling you on your phone right now.
That's David, trust me.
Oh, it's David.
Yeah, it's David. Pick up. It's David.
Hello? Oh, hi, David. Why is David named Sarah on your phone?
I mean, if it said David, you wouldn't have brought me my phone, would you?
I hate having intrusive thoughts because I was getting ready this morning, but as I was putting deodorant on, I was like, you know what? This looks pretty tasty. So I took a bite out of it, and guess what? It's not nearly as tasty as it looks. I mean, the good part is my breath is super minty now, see? But unfortunately, my mouth is also burning very bad. What do I do?
Next. Hey ma'am, how are you doing? Hurry up and give me your items. I don't have all day. Okay, I guess someone's not having a good day. How much is this? That'll be $9. Okay, here's $10. Okay, and here's $1 back. And how much for this? That'll be $2. Oh, here you go. This is only $1. Yeah, but what's 9 plus 2? 11. And how much money is in your hand right now? $11.
Oh, great heavens! My friend just FaceTimed me out of nowhere, and I wanted to be funny, so I answered the call doing this pose. But after I answered, I could tell he didn't think that was funny, so I was like, oh, what's wrong? And it turns out he was FaceTiming me to tell me that he couldn't go to the beach with me this weekend because his aunt passed away. Last time I tried doing that. Does anyone else have a friend that will answer a FaceTime no matter what they're doing? Because tell me why I just FaceTime my friend and he answered in a suit and tie and he started whispering. So I was like, why are you whispering? And he said, I don't want the judge to hear me. I said, what do you mean you don't want the judge to hear you? He flipped the camera around and this man was literally at court. He was in the middle of jury duty and he answered my FaceTime. So I said, you didn't have to pick up. Why did you answer this? And he was like, oh, I don't know. I was just kind of bored. But the craziest part is that I looked it up and apparently you're not even allowed to have your phone at jury duty. How did he do this? This guy could be on top of Mount Everest and he would still answer my FaceTime. I don't get it. I almost just got kicked out of the airport because someone airdropped me a video while I was waiting for my flight. And being the curious person I am, I accepted it. But this was a big mistake because with my phone on full volume, this was the video that played.
There's a bomb strapped to my chest!
I just got a DM from someone telling me that they're getting bullied at school and they asked me if I had any advice. So I was like, yeah, just try your best to ignore them. But then they were like, well, that's kind of hard because I go to online school. So I was like, wait, how are you getting bullied if you go to online school? And then they were like, well, you see, my bully is actually my mom. I ain't no Dr. Phil, kid. I can't help you with that one.
I have 6 eggs. Okay. I broke 2. You broke 2. I cooked 2. You cooked 2, and I ate 2. You ate 2? Yes. So how many are left? Okay.
Why do people who can't wake up to alarms have the most obnoxious ones? Because I almost hit my brother with a frying pan last night because he went to bed 2 hours before me, and this guy cannot wake up to an alarm no matter what. But he had 20 alarms set for 6 a.m. So when 6 a.m. came around, guess who woke up? Not him. He just sleeps through it the whole time. And you know what the worst part is? This is his ringtone. Why would you choose that one? Every time it goes off, I think we're getting a tsunami warning in the middle of the night. And somehow, he sleeps right through it every time. I'm gonna throw his phone out the window next time. Matter of fact, I could throw him out the window. He still wouldn't wake up. Oh, you think you're having a bad day? Well, I just dislocated my finger playing basketball, and then when I got home, I walked into the kitchen to get a snack, and what do I see? My mom's making dinner using the crock pot! Could this day get any worse?
Boy, give me one good reason why I shouldn't whoop you right now.
Because I'm in the middle of a game and my teammates are dead and I'm carrying them. So if you can wait until the game is over to whoop me, I would appreciate it because they need me right now.
Not gonna lie, that's a pretty good reason. Okay, cool. Let me know when you're done so I can whoop you and then we can go get some food after.
How do people break up then say they hate their ex? Because I know so many people who are like, my ex is the worst person on earth. My ex is so ugly. You literally chose to date them. A couple of months ago, you said you loved them. Do you know how much you have to like someone to date them? And now all of a sudden they're ugly? Like, why can't a relationship just end and both people say, oh, we just weren't a good match? Your ex doesn't always have to be the worst person on earth. Personally, I don't think it's a good look when you talk that negative about your ex. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Bruh. A lady came up to me today and asked if I could take a picture with her daughter, so I said yes. But after we took it, we started talking and eventually she asked where I was from. So I told her California, and then I asked her, where are you from? And she told me, Korea. But you know what I said next? I said, oh, north or south? It was south, by the way.
Bruh. Dad, I need $50. $40? What do you need $30 for? Dad, no, I need 50. Sounds like you only need 20. No, I'm 50. All right, fine. You're twisting my arm. Here's 10.
Wait, thank you, but Dad, I need...
Actually, you know what? Give me 5 back and just pay me the other 50 next week.
What just happened?
No one ever teach you about taxes?
Does anyone else have a friend that will answer a FaceTime no matter what they're doing? Because tell me why I just FaceTime my friend and he answered in a suit and tie and he started whispering. So I was like, why are you whispering? And he said, I don't want the judge to hear me. I said, what do you mean you don't want the judge to hear you? He flipped the camera around and this man was literally at court. He was in the middle of jury duty and he answered my FaceTime. So I said, you didn't have to pick up. Why did you answer this? And he was like, oh, I don't know. I was just kind of bored. But the craziest part is that I looked it up and apparently you're not even allowed to have your phone at jury duty. How did he do this? This guy could be on top of Mount Everest and he would still answer my FaceTime. I don't get it. I almost just got kicked out of the airport because someone airdropped me a video while I was waiting for my flight. And being the curious person I am, I accepted it. But this was a big mistake because with my phone on full volume, this was the video that played.
There's a bomb strapped to my chest!
I just got a DM from someone telling me that they're getting bullied at school and they asked me if I had any advice. So I was like, yeah, just try your best to ignore them. But then they were like, well, that's kind of hard because I go to online school. So I was like, wait, how are you getting bullied if you go to online school? And then they were like, well, you see, my bully is actually my mom. I ain't no Dr. Phil, kid. I can't help you with that one.
So a 20-year-old can't have alcohol, but a 5-year-old can pick their gender?
You know what? I agree. This guy's right. It's unbelievable. We should lower the drinking age to 5. Speaking of 5, we're almost at 5 million subscribers.
You forgot to check my homework. There's nothing here. Ooh, I'm gonna tell the teacher. What? No, please don't. Mrs. Stevens! What? May I go to the bathroom?
All I do is win, no matter what. Dad, what does Y-E-S spell?
Yes.
Now what does E-Y-E-S spell?
Yes.
No, it spells eyes. Okay, let's see if you can get this one. How do you spell shop?
S-H-O-P.
Good. Now what do you do at a green light?
Stop.
You stop at a green light?
If you see a video online of me getting interviewed in public, please don't watch it. Because a street interviewer just came up to me while I'm in Vegas and asked me the question, if I could get rid of one thing in the world, what would it be? But I got nervous, so I just said the first thing that came to mind, which was wind. And I thought that was a decent answer, until he asked the same question to a girl behind me, and you know what her response was? World hunger. And I said the wind.
Hey, Hey, who broke my favorite coffee mug? Not me.
It wasn't me, Mommy.
Well, someone broke it, and since nobody's gonna tell me, you are all grounded. Well, if it wasn't us, you should probably ask Dad if he broke it. Are you talking back to your mother? Yes, that's how a conversation works.
Hey, Mom, can I?
No.
I was just asking if I could.
No.
Hear me out, Mom. I just want.
No. No.
Fine.
Hey, didn't I ask you to clean the house today?
Well, I tried asking you if you wanted me to clean the dishes, but you said no. Then I tried asking if you wanted me to vacuum the house, but you said no again. I even considered doing your laundry, but you just kept saying no.
Oh.
Can I please?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Okay, thanks. I'm going out with my friends. I'll be back at 1 a.m.
911, what's your emergency?
Please help, I'm getting attacked.
Okay, how many mats do you have?
What do you mean?
Am I talking to Ewok? I just asked how many mats you have.
I don't understand.
Oh, you're a zero build player? I recommend throwing a porta bunker and 200 pumping it.
I have 6 eggs. Okay. I broke 2. You broke 2. I cooked 2. You cooked 2. And I ate 2. You ate 2. Yes. So how many are left? Okay.